Inside a supermarket, the mechanics of the global economy play out across every aisle. Every item on these shelves is governed by demand. This represents the consumer side of the market, driven by personal tastes and how much income people have available to spend. On the other side of every price tag is supply. This represents the production side of the market, dictated by the size of the population, manufacturing capability, and government laws. This animated scale illustrates equilibrium. When the shopper and the factory worker sit perfectly level, the exact quantity of goods consumers want matches the exact quantity producers supplied at a specific price. If that price tag drops below the equilibrium point, consumers rush in to buy more than what is available. This creates a shortage, where the quantity demanded exceeds the supply, leaving shelves empty. When the price is set too high, the opposite occurs. Supply exceeds demand, creating a surplus of goods that sit unsold until they are moved to a bargain bin. A stable price tag serves as the evidence that producers and consumers have reached a point of agreement. In the income aisle, a consumer's changing wealth directly alters the specific items they choose to put in their cart. Economists track normal goods, which are items like branded clothing or meals at a restaurant. This flowchart tracks how wealth impacts purchasing. As the wallet expands, representing a rise in consumer income, the demand for normal goods naturally increases. However, the same rise in income triggers a different reaction for inferior goods, such as instant noodles or secondhand clothes. As people's purchasing power improves, they switch to more expensive meals and new clothes. This causes the demand for these budget-focused inferior goods to decrease. Higher salaries trigger a calculated shift in the cart, favoring quality over volume. Moving to the pairs aisle, we find that products are often linked. The sales of one item are frequently dictated by the price of another. Complementary goods are items that must be consumed together, like cars and petrol, or printers and their specific ink cartridges. If the price of ink rises, the demand for printers will automatically decrease. The consumption of one depends entirely on the affordability of its complement. Next are substitute goods. These are items that can replace each other, such as butter and margarine, or tea and coffee. When the price of coffee becomes unfavorable, consumers switch their preference. The demand for tea rises as it becomes the more attractive substitute. These links ensure that a price change in one aisle sends shockwaves through consumer behavior in another. Beyond the store, external worldly factors can violently shift these market scales. Overall demand inclusions with population growth, successful advertising, or seasonal changes like the arrival of winter. Conversely, demand falls due to population decline, bad publicity, or when consumers wait for expected price drops in the future. Supply increases when raw production costs drop, or when technological advancements allow factories to manufacture goods much more efficiently. For agricultural goods, favorable weather patterns and new government financial subsidies can drastically increase the total available supply on the market. Conversely, market supply is heavily destroyed by new taxes, steeply rising labor costs, or devastating natural disasters that suddenly hit farms. Supply chain disruptions, like worker strikes or global shipping issues, can immediately halt the flow of goods to the market. These factors ensure the market remains in a constant state of reaction to the real world. Shopping habits in a single city are connected to this wider global system. Every purchase acts as a vote in the larger system of supply and demand. This system is built on the relationship between equilibrium, shortages, and surpluses, moving through normal, inferior, substitute, and complementary goods. This balance is constantly renegotiated by incomes, competition, and global events. A simple price tag represents the invisible tug-of-war of the entire world working together.